Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. We're back. It's been a busy month. There's her epic entrance.
Epically awesome.
Yeah, the Minnie Mouse I got her. All right, so we took a little time off. We've been really busy during Halloween. All right, that's when we're doing like 5, 6 events all the time, staying busy, meeting friends, dressing up in costume, going out to the zoo. Watching Halloween movies, not too many this year. Did more Halloween shows, and that's one thing we're going to talk about. We're going to recap a little Halloween. We're going to talk about, is Halloween done? Is there people just not doing it really anymore? It's gotten a little quiet, as it more so than it was when I was a kid. And you can't agree or disagree with that because you weren't around when I was a kid. Is it too early for Christmas? We're approaching Thanksgiving. It's this week. Recording this Sunday night. We got Thanksgiving Thursday. Is it too early for Christmas yet? That's something we want to get into. We've done movie countdowns and movie listings for holidays before, but we've never done TV shows. I think we've briefly mentioned shows, but we haven't really, we're not going to rank them or something like that. Just tell you like what stands out and some things to watch for the Halloween that we just passed a month ago, and Thanksgiving and Christmas that are coming up. So that's what this podcast is. This is our little pop culture deluxe special. All right. First of all, is Halloween over? Simple answer, no. You might just be in the wrong neighborhood. Our neighborhood doesn't have a lot of kids and a lot of trick-or-treaters. It's more older people without kids, more there's some bachelors, there's some married couples that haven't had the kids yet, there's some older people that's kids may have moved on. So we don't get that much going on around our neighborhood, but we got some, people that still love Halloween, decorate their houses, still pass out a lot of candy. There's a big argument, right now with trunk or treats. Have they hurt trick or treating? Have they killed Halloween? At least what our trunk or treats that we go to, they don't do it on Halloween. So I don't know if that's going on elsewhere in the country or the state. But I mean, if that is, that's messed up. But honestly, I mean, whether it's trick or treating, trunk or treating, as long as you're getting up in costume and you're going and collecting candy, I don't really see what the problem is. So I don't know why there's some argument about that. So that's my 2 cents on that. She loves the trunk or treats, so do I. We always make sure we go to at least one or two a year, some, as many as we can, depending on the schedules. But yeah, let's put that one to bed. Halloween's not done. Maybe just your neighborhood is. Go to a different neighborhood. Talk to a friend. See what you got out there. All right. Is it too early for Christmas decorations? No. If you're one of those people, it's like the people that argue that Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. What's your deal? Why are you trying to piss in everybody's cornflakes? I mean, if you don't like it, don't worry about it. If you don't like Die Hard or don't think it's a Christmas movie, don't watch it during Christmas. Watch it, in July. No one cares. Same thing with Christmas decorations. Who is so grouchy and upset or so pro Thanksgiving and a turkey that they're going to get mad because somebody puts up a Santa Claus outside their house on November 1st or November 5th or whatever it is?
Karens.
Yeah. I mean, why you got to be Karens? No, don't worry about it. I say throw that damn thing up as soon as possible. We kept our damn Christmas tree up the whole year. Yeah, just talk over me. We kept our Christmas tree up the whole damn year. You know why? Because I like it. I like the colored lights. It makes me feel peaceful. It makes me feel at home. I like it. The stockings we took down, but very briefly, and then put them back up. I mean, why not? I like the colored lights. I like the tree. It feels nice. It's seasonal. I'm not. It's not like we're playing Christmas music year round. We're not insane. I save Christmas movies for Christmas. We might do one. Throw it in there in the middle of the year, something like that, if we're really itching to watch it. But like a Trapped in Paradise or something like that, which is good, and that's going to come up in the next pop culture podcast we do on Christmas. But yeah, I don't get what your damage is. I mean, just if you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's like Die Hard, Is it a Christmas movie? Well, yeah, it is. The screenwriter said so. Bruce Willis said it wasn't. He was kidding. And it plays during Christmas time, so that's why we watch it, and that's why we like it, and we're gonna watch it this year, and because we missed last year with it, so we're gonna watch it this year. So if you don't want to, don't do it. If you got a problem with Christmas decorations, then wait till after Thanksgiving. I mean, you don't hear a bunch of Jewish people complaining that they're going up. at any point in the year. So relax. Stop being a Karen, okay? Holiday shows. All right, like I said, we didn't do a ton of Halloween movies. I'm not as into the scary movies, and I like some of the Halloween themed ones, but we don't go overboard. We'll throw in like a Lost Boys, get a Monster Squad in there, something like that. Try for an Arachnophobia, but it wasn't streaming for free, and I'm not gonna spend $4 for a movie that I've seen 100 times. So anyway, so we didn't do a lot of movies. We did a lot of TV shows, but that brings us to the best Halloween TV shows. And this isn't just a Halloween podcast doing it, 3 weeks later. We're going to get to the other holidays as well. But you always had Roseanne. Growing up, you always had Roseanne. You could trust them to put on a good Halloween episode. They had some really good Halloween episodes, a couple great Halloween episodes, but they always made a point to celebrate Halloween. Goldberg's was one that came out that we love. Goldberg's show that came out a decade ago. You would want to trust them that they were always going to put in a Halloween episode, but they didn't. They would sometimes just acknowledge it was Halloween and do some completely random episode that had nothing to do with it. So you couldn't always depend on the Goldbergs. So they let you down. So they don't take the number one spot. Roseanne still got it. The one that I think, the TV show that beats it, is Modern Family. Modern Family had a ton of Halloween episodes. Every one of them was great. All of them were, that I can think of, I mean, I don't have a list of them, but they were all centered around Halloween, where it wasn't the Goldbergs saying, hey, it's Halloween. Adam's going to be a character from a show. Now let's go to the boring story of Erica is trying to be a singer and, her dad's going to throw her out of the house if not. You centered it around the Halloween. I appreciated that about it. So Modern Family, Roseanne were the two you could always depend on. Those are the top two Halloween sitcoms. According to Jim Needs Honorable Mention, we just started kind of rewatching that from the beginning, so we've only seen a couple of Halloween episodes. But I trust them a little bit that they're going to have more sprinkled in throughout the seasons, maybe every year, because he's got 3 kids on the show. Last Man Standing was a nice surprise that seemed to do a Halloween episode almost every season, if not every season. Once again, another show, like according to Jim, that we haven't watched all of. But that was one that you could seem to depend on sometimes, or at least sometimes, maybe all the time. We'll check it out and see. And then there were some shows that did kind of the one-offs of Halloween. They didn't really focus on it every year, but they would give you a good one. One that sticks out, she doesn't know these because she hasn't gotten these points yet when they did them. Boy Meets World had one of the greatest Halloween episodes of all time. She'll get there sometime within the next year. And Growing Pains had a 2-parter Halloween episode that always sticks out to me. But I don't think they did any other Halloween episodes throughout their series. Just 2. I think it was in 6th season, maybe 7th season, 6 maybe. But anyway, one of the best ones that ever existed in TV. But once again, only like 2. How I Met Your Mother, same thing. They went more for Thanksgiving than Halloween. They would just have a few Halloween episodes. That 70s show, kind of the same deal there. So, Thanksgiving. What are the Thanksgiving shows to watch? All right, well, I've mentioned a few of them. Modern Family usually does something. Goldberg's you can depend on for Thanksgiving more than Halloween. So I would say Goldberg's definitely stands at the top of the list. They would usually bring Murray's brother back. That was kind of a tradition they would do. Roseanne, once again, had some good Thanksgiving, but this one they were kind of sprinkled in here and there. I don't think they did one every year. Let's see. I mentioned Modern Family. I think they were kind of here and there too. They didn't do them every year. They didn't focus on it that much. How I Met Your Mother had some of the best. She's going to see that this year. The Slapsgiving episodes. Once again, not every single year, but more than not, you could depend on How I Met Your Mother to give you the good Thanksgiving episodes. So I think we said that Modern Family reserves the spot as the number 1 Halloween TV series to rely on. Roseanne a close number 2. Goldberg's maybe coming in at number 3. So Thanksgiving, I think you got to go How I Met Your Mother, but number 2, a close number 2, if not number 1, Friends. Friends had a great Thanksgiving episode. The football one sticks out as the most, but they usually touched on Thanksgiving. I think every year they touched on Thanksgiving, and they'd have a Thanksgiving episode, and they would center around that. So, How I Met Your Mother, Friends, I'm not really here to debate. Either one of them works, and I don't think I'm forgetting any of them. And then once again, according to Jim, we haven't watched enough of that show to see. So I'd say that. I'd say How I Met Your Mother, Friends, those kind of stand at the tops. Goldberg's, You know what? I'll throw Goldberg's back in there. Any of those three. Any of those three you can rely on. Any of them. So they're all great. Christmas shows. Christmas, yeah, I don't know. We're not there yet. We haven't started watching all the Christmas ones, so I can't just, throw them out there. Saved by the Bell had a great one-off on a Christmas episode. That's one she's seen. I don't know if she remembers, but she's seen it. According to Jim, once again, we'll get there. Modern Family usually had something going on there at Christmas, and those were some good episodes. Same thing with the Goldbergs, so they you can depend on them for Christmas. Most shows did something for Christmas, at least every now and then. Maybe not every single year. Home Improvement, another one. Growing Pains, I remember had a couple memorable ones, but they weren't that great. They're just okay. A little trying to tug at the heartstrings a little too much, not as funny. So that's kind of my take on the Christmas episodes. And all right, I've been talking a lot, so you want to give your 2 cents on some of these shows or topics?
So going back to the Christmas decoration thing, just like really quickly, I heard this thing that if the longer you keep up your Christmas tree, the happier you are, and it makes a lot of sense.
That's true. There are studies done every year for the last 2 or 3 years on that. I think it actually was a fad that started during COVID, but it's something we've done not every single year since, but more than not we have. Like I said, we've had it up the whole time. Remember, I had a date come over to the house, and she was like, "Why's your Christmas tree up?" And I was like, "Well, why am I happier than you? Get out." All right.
Every day's Christmas.
That was pretty much the end of that story. Kind of. That goes against what I said when I said it's not every day is Christmas in this house.
Oh, yeah.
So that completely goes against what I said. Once again, not paying attention. But it's just the tree. It's just keeping the tree up, maybe a couple stockings, something like that. I want to keep the house decorated. We don't do Christmas music because it's not Christmas in here every day all year. Okay, get that across. Okay. See, you're still not listening. You're still talking over me. But, wow, that's a great way to end this podcast. All right. So, here we are. She's going to have a frowny face because she talked over me. All right. See, that's why she needs to prepare more. I'm still trying to teach her that. Why are you going to frown? You're going to frown at the end? Well, if you wanted to see a kid's heart break on TV. All right. So, we're going to come back this week with another podcast about football. We're going to touch on some of that subject. And then soon we'll have a Christmas one coming up. To tease something for you here, we're going to have Thanksgiving movies, Christmas movies. We're going to talk about both those next, pop culture one. But we're going to talk about the overrated, the underrated. What's overrated, what's underrated? I just watched one tonight that I enjoy, but it's overrated. Which one am I talking about? It's Planes, Trains, Automobiles. All right, so we're going to get to those. We're talking National Lampoon's Vacation. Is it overrated? Home Alone. Is it overrated? Fred Claus. Underrated? All right. We're going to get into all of that on the next pop culture one, but we're also going to hit you this week with a sports one. All right. So, peace out.